Welcome to a world of might and magic, where the only limit is your imagination. Come along with us and find out what happens when you just roll with it.
I've still got my inspiration from last time, so if someone else wants to take the reins, I'm uh, I'm
Oh, yeah.
I'm chilling.
I also have my inspiration.
Well, shit. All right. What
Okay,
about you, Myra?
we started with Henry explaining the rules of the prison, saying that we will have to work and giving our prison names.
Plenty of Spoon being a little shitter the entire time.
And Paige being a little shit together.
Uh, After getting into the prison, getting into our cells, immediately Spoon tried to rip the collar off his neck. Didn't work. Then Paige came in and tried. Then we tried to punch the collar off of him. Gave him a concussion. He's fine, I think. and
Yeah, I think apparently besides work, nothing of this is useful for now.
yeah,
We know there's 3 locked rooms up here that we don't know what's in them, so there
and we know
could
that Krell has been put elsewhere.
yeah, and the special containment cells.
And then there was the adventures that Myra and Cassius had in the sewers.
Yes, they stumbled upon a lizard folk shaman who gave them some questionable tea, which Mira did not drink, but Cassius did, and he proceeded to trip balls for a few hours and had a
No,
vision.
as they say, have you heard of the high elves?
Yeah.
I get it.
And yeah, they had settled into their trances for the night, and she's going to go look for information in the morning.
All right. So 3 days ahead of our friends in the sewer, our dynamic duo and Krell wake up the next morning in the prison. And stumbling out into the yard, they find their friend Krell no longer present.
Well, that's worrying.
Maybe some special type of work.
Yeah, maybe that, or they just put the special containment prisoners into some sort of hellish torture. That'd be a bit.
That would
That seems
only
a bit.
make them worse, so I don't think they would do that.
I mean, considering it's like a weird shadow organization we're dealing with here, it doesn't seem impossible.
And you're also
Yeah.
forgetting who came with us to the island.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a problem.
Yep. Ryan is
If we're not at
awesome.
roll,
You see.
do you think they'll go into lockdown if we're not at roll call?
Probably.
Okay. Well, shit.
I mean,
This
better to not
sucks
to make them
already.
angry at day one. So
I wonder what kind of work they'll have us do. If they give us tools of any kind, we know the plan is to just, you know.
hopefully tasting special types of food. You know,
I
nothing
don't.
like mines.
I don't think they're gonna. Well, you think they're gonna pamper us?
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully,
You're insane.
yes, I am.
The yard. I assume that's this area here, right?
The central area, yes.
Yeah, cool.
Where all the NPCs are gathering.
Let's go there.
One
Better
spoon
stick
of
close to spoon.
Swellstead.
A little too
Spooning
far,
around
there,
the
Chief.
tower.
I knew that. Oh, it's cut into like divisions. I see.
Yeah, I'm going
knew
to
that.
stick with Spoon since he's the only person I know.
Alright, so eventually all the prisoners begin stumbling one by one into the courtyard and are present and accounted for. And, you get an interesting looking fellow right nearby you, whose character sheet I should probably have open for description purposes.
You wrote twice
Interesting.
born.
Is that the right one? Yeah, it's the right one.
Ah,
He looks friendly. He looks friendly enough.
he looks like the type of guy I could be friends with.
He is a heavily tattooed and pierced orc.
How tall is he?
I mean, appearances aren't anything, everything.
He is 6'8".
Okay.
Fuck! He's the same size as me. Bastard.
But you notice that he's not wearing the standard prison jumper like many of the other people around you, which is what caught your eye immediately. He seems to be wearing plain clothes.
Spoon's got the Spoon's been into prisons before. Maybe not as a prisoner, but you know, he's probably been around.
Yeah, Spoon used
So
to kill
as the-
prisoners.
Exactly. Spoon used to kill prisoners. It's a much more fun method of execution. So he would most definitely walk up to this fellow and be like, "Hey, excuse me, can I ask you a quick question?
What do you need?
I just want to know why you're like dressed up normally while we all have to wear these fucking jumpsuits."
Well, who told you had to wear them?
Oh, fair enough. I didn't think about it like that. I don't think very much, to be fair.
You don't look the thinking type.
You're not too much better in that regard yourself, my friend.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, maybe I would. My brain's more meant for the fight, you know.
I think you have the same intelligence score as him, to be honest.
I might. My intelligence is 11. God damn, I have no bonuses to my int or wisdom.
But yeah, for an orc, he doesn't appear to be particularly brawny, which is interesting.
Neat. Yeah, well, you know, kind of Spoon just puts his hand out like he was to anyone. Spoon, utensilian.
He reaches out and takes your hand. Yorick Twiceborn.
A pleasure. What got you in here?
Handful of things. Assault, possession of a controlled substance, attempted murder.
I'd say we're in here for an abundance of crimes, but really it's just because we fucked with the wrong people.
How it goes in this poor world, I'm afraid.
Yeah. But you know, I'm not gonna be here for long, so I'm not worried about it.
Planning an escape, are we?
I'm planning a lot of things. An escape just happens to be one of them.
I might be interested. Get back to me when you
Yeah?
actually have a plan.
Yeah, you got it. He'll just disengage a conversation. Yeah, nice guy.
Make some friends.
Yeah. Someone who might help us down the line.
Can I evaluate this orc?
How do you mean?
Like, what's Page first impression upon looking at this person?
From what standpoint?
Like, do I look at him and think, oh my god, that's an idiot, or do I look at him, yeah, sounds respectable enough?
Well, he's speaking rather eloquently for an orc, which gives off some air of intelligence, although probably not the highest. And while he's not as ridiculously muscular as most orcs, he's still fairly well off. So, probably a balance between brawn and brain.
Sounds like he could be useful.
We should check your
Exactly.
NPCs tab. He has an actual, whatchamacallit, rap sheet in there.
Now, Spoon, I don't think I
Yes.
need to tell you this, but I'm going to do it anyway. If
Uh,
someone asks why we are here, make the biggest lie you can find. I know, say that you you tame the dragon and burn rich man's house or something.
why the? What? We're in the. We're. I don't. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
It's better for us to match our histories. Well, I myself, I'm here because I killed a whole noble family house and raised their bodies to attack the town and got arrested in the middle.
Gotcha. I'll remember that down the line. Man, they really like to wait.
There's a lot of people, and 2 guards are keeping tally of all of them.
Yeah, they're taking roll call. I do wonder where Krell is. We should probably figure that out later.
Eventually, an additional guard comes out of the volatile unit and gives a thumbs up to the guards in the tower. It seems as though there's someone in there who is not allowed to come outside. I forgot to put his token on the board.
Take a mental note of that.
The music is awfully cheery for a prison.
Listen, I forgot to set up music for the prison. I have Arabian style music and jazz.
Arabian jazz.
Arabian jazz.
Eventually, one of the guards calls down. You've all been accounted for. You are dismissed to go about your business. Work begins in an hour.
If only I knew what this work means.
Well, it means something or other. So,
I think Paige might have to
I'm-
change his name after prison.
Paige the most definitely worked.
That might be a possibility. Oh god, I really do not like this place. I think we should evaluate the prison by now, see which people are together and whatnot.
Sure. I think they've got some sort of something going on around here.
I wonder what's their form of currency.
That's a weird question.
I mean, we don't have any coins right now, and I would
That's
not
true.
imagine that prisoners trading money. You know, I heard in some prisons they trade things like cigarettes and other stuff.
Oh, right.
You do know what a
Well, that doesn't.
cigarette is, right?
Yes, I'm pretty aware. Um, I don't know about all that. I guess we'll find out just by being here. They said, when did they say work starts?
In an hour.
An hour.
Hour. Okay. Well, guess we got an hour to wander. Kind of get the lay of this place. So that is exactly what he'll do. Spoon's gonna spend a good chunk of time just walking around and probably looking at places he shouldn't to see where he's not allowed to be and make sure he takes like mental notes of those places.
Well, you find the same 3 locked buildings that Paige found in his searching, being these top 3 over in this area. But, you have free reign to every other building.
Paige is going to
Hell, yeah.
find a place to look at the prisoners to see which gangs are formed already.
Just actively looking for prison gangs.
I mean, they would probably always stick together, and they probably share some semblance. Like, I don't know, maybe it's one type is just some type of races, another is just brutes.
Racism in D&D.
No.
Racism in D&D.
It's not like that hasn't been around since first edition, and now they're trying to cover it up or anything.
Yeah, almost every single race is a slavery. So
Like recently, they made it canon that orcs aren't just generically evil anymore.
Someone had to do that. Ooh. That is not okay.
But yeah, looking around, you eventually find a group of rather tough-looking individuals seem to be hanging out together in a mostly shady corner.
but by far away, can I see anything that makes them a group in specific? Like a special type of tattoo or anything?
All of them appear to be wearing blood-soaked bandages, although they don't appear to have any actual injuries that would relate to those bandages.
Okay, going
Not good.
going to make a note of that.
Excuse me for one moment.
I swear to God, I thought he was going to say that he was going to try to talk to these people.
Just put them over here in this corner for the sake of my sanity. Over by the mess hall.
This corner, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. No, definitely not going to approach them.
while you are preparing for your day's work, let's cut over to Myra and Cassius in the sewers.
Okay.
Waking up after possibly the weirdest night of your life. At least Cassius is.
Yeah, he had it a lot weirder than I did.
And as per plan, he has decided to hang out hiding while you do your recon. That kind of worked out well with him not being here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
So what is Myra up to?
Well, she's going to get ready for the day. She did think of a plan in case she got into trouble. She was going to leave her sword with Cassius, and then if she summoned it, he could kind of tell she was in trouble. But since he's not here, probably shouldn't worry about that anyways. But
Just his flavor, it makes sense.
yeah. And then in case he ran into trouble, he could always leave a note on the sword and she could retrieve it from anywhere. So she'd kind
Also
of
makes
know
sense.
roughly. Yeah. So yeah, she's gonna
What is on
get
his
ready
spell
and
list that could be useful? God damn, he's got a lot of spells.
alright, because he has
Lyrics.
cleric, so he might have some messaging or something.
Okay, he's got sending.
Yeah, it's better
Yeah,
than
it works.
nothing.
Gets to send a message, get a response. Yeah. Alright, so enacting your plan, you leave behind your sword with the note. And where are you headed?
I'm going to head out the way we came in. I'll try to roughly follow where I remember, because I don't want to get lost in the sewers.
Yeah, you just gotta look for the derpy lizard that you passed before.
Right. The may or may not be the relative of the lizard shaman. We don't know.
Yeah, you make
Best
your-
not attack it.
Yeah, I'll just give it like a little boop on the nose as I walk past it.
As you do,
Roll
it just
initiative.
sticks out its tongue a little bit. Just gives you a full blap
Perfect.
as you make your way back to the same manhole you entered. Now smelling slightly worse than when you entered. And you're back up in Nevermore.
Okay. I'm just gonna have a quick look around and see if I notice any guards or anything before I get going.
Doesn't appear to be any. This was a back alley, so it's probably not patrolled.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll start making my way back to the mansion.
Our mansion, I assume.
Yes. Our house,
Alright.
mansion, whatever it is.
It wasn't a far trip, and you know the roads pretty well around our house by now from just regularly patrolling and such. Prepare that map, because there's entirely too many tokens on it right now.
All of our staff.
Half of our party.
Oh.
Alright. Make it back home perfectly fine. And at least at the moment, everything is as it should be. Oh yeah, Drux isn't here either.
Okay.
By the way, Drux
So-
was here. We didn't enact that plan yet.
So I'm looking for the person Cassius hired. Is that Druxus? Or
Yeah,
who
that
is
was Druxus.
Okay. So I'm gonna
He's just kind of
sneak in.
wandering around, getting the lay of the house right now.
Okay, I'll try to find them as fast as possible.
It's not too hard. You can spot him up the hall as you walk in the door.
Hey, you, Druxus. Can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what do you need?
It appears we are in a bit of a pickle. About 3 members of our party have been taken into custody. Cassius and I managed to get away, but I'll need any information you have about, maybe the prison system here or anything like that.
Yeah, I could look into that.
That would be great. Thank you. The sooner the better. I'll pay you overtime or anything you need.
Yeah, Cassius and I worked out a deal.
Okay, excellent.
We'll head to the staff room and grab his belongings before making his way out of the house. Off to see his informants and such.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll go talk to the next person I find. Maybe I'll head into the war room and see Tisva there,
Alright.
and I'll ask her about if she knows anything about like the prison system here, stuff like that.
Well, there's the slave camps. That's not particularly good.
Slave camps?
Yeah, usually prisoners are sent to internment camps where they're forced to do hard labor. Usually sold from person to person or just worked until they die. There's also the prison.
Prison, yeah. Do you know where that's located?
Middle of a bloody sulfur lake.
Charming. What direction from the city is it?
Both of those locations are to the east.
Okay. Is it like far away or relatively close, walking
Bring up
distance?
the Nevermore map. It's over in this vicinity. Over here.
Okay. Kind of like on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Thank you. I'm not sure if you heard. I was just talking to Druxus, but a few of our party members have been taken into custody, so kind of trying to work out a rescue mission here.
Don't have anything in mind right now, but perhaps we could come up with something.
Okay. Have you noticed anything, strange outside the house? Any more guards than usual? Any shady-looking people?
No, just the usual patrols. Don't seem to be any heavier than usual.
Okay, well, that's reassuring. Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and check on Joshua and Lyra.
Alright. We still haven't found babysitter for them.
Alright. Yeah, I'll just ask them, how they're doing. Are they eating well? Everything's going good here.
Yeah, Miss Chori's been feeding us well.
Good, I'm happy to hear that. Listen, the usual group might not be around for a few more days. Don't be alarmed, you'll be well taken care of here. But we'll try and get back as soon as possible.
Alright.
Okay, take care of each other. Don't do anything stupid. See you soon.
And they'll both give you a big hug before you go.
I'll hug him back.
Heart-
No.
Heartbreaking.
I'll head back out again.
Myra is the closest thing to a maternal figure they've ever had.
I
have
don't like
no idea.
evil. I like feeling evil.
No.
Ugh. Try it, you'll like it.
No. I refuse.
Well, yeah, you
Okay.
get your sentimentality out of the way and eventually make your way to your next task to do. So where are you headed next?
Did I have an extra task to do? Oh my.
Well, you said you had a plan, so...
Thought I was just gonna come and get information.
Alright.
So I
What better
was,
plan is there than that?
yeah, I mean, my plan was basically to find out where the prison was located, and to get Druxus out there getting information. Because I don't want to do anything without Cassius. Can't split the party that much.
Split into 3 whole groups.
Yeah.
Well, 4 if you count Krell.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Yeah, I'll just do like a quick check around the house, making sure everything's good. That Maurice is still alive, and yeah.
Maurice is being well taken care of. It seems our new pal Druxus is taking quite a liking to him. So he's been out there grooming him and giving him a little bit of extra feed, just spoiling him.
That's a point for Drexus in my book.
Anyone who respects Maurice the way he deserves is a +1.
I don't even think Spoon is taking that much care of him.
No, but Spoon did teach him how to fight.
Yeah, we gave an Ox player levels for that.
Exactly.
But,
Yeah, maybe I will start kind of heading out east just to do a little bit of recon. I'm not gonna fully commit to going to the prison, but I want to just kind of see what the road's like on the way there.
that will once again take you outside the city walls, which you still do not have a pass to get through.
Didn't we forge anything?
Nope, we just snuck
No.
out again.
Okay. I got waste. I'm not wanted. I'll figure something out. I'll try and hitch a ride again, maybe.
Seems to work. You've done it, what, 3 times?
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's true.
Yeah, getting out of the city isn't hard. It's getting back in that's the issue.
Right.
But you make your way out here into the labor district and oversee the internment camp, which I have a location card for. This district is a hard labor facility where political prisoners, prisoners of war, dissidents, etc. are forced to perform physical labor that even paid laborers don't want to do. The conditions are unsanitary, life-threatening, and are comparable to historical concentration camps. A significant number of prisoners have died each year since they are subject to torture and inhumane treatment. Public and secret execution of prisoners, even children, especially in cases of attempted escape, are commonplace. Infanticides also often occur.
Oh my god.
The mortality rate
Oh!
is exceptionally high because many prisoners die of starvation, illness, work accidents, or the results of torture.
Ah!
Oh god.
It's hell, basically.
Someone just googled
Oh.
infanticide.
It's not good.
It's not good. It is the killing of children upon birth, so that they do not have to endure such similar tortures.
Yeah,
What have we done to you?
oh god, so they can like market it as a mercy killing?
Pretty much. But it's often done by the parents rather than the people that run the facility.
Oh, sure.
Oh dear.
For
You get sent here for
reference,
this
I
to-
based this on a real-life prison camp that actually exists in North Korea.
Oh,
That makes
The world
sense.
sucks.
Yeah.
We already knew that.
humans are batshit crazy.
Like, that was literally on a freaking wiki article that came up on Google.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, almost
think we're-
word for word.
I think we are in some sort of list right now, but it's okay.
I'm on a list for a lot of things I've looked up for this campaign.
It's okay, my friend has a book about weapons of terror. It's got things like,
You could just buy
But
the
it-
Anarchist's Cookbook at Barnes & Noble, okay?
yeah. Like, there's literally a chapter on building a shotgun set to go off underneath someone's car seat. Or pen bombs that are meant to blow up their hands.
Fun.
You can literally buy Mein Kampf at almost any library with political books.
Not in
Probably,
Germany.
Yeah, not in Germany.
It's very illegal in Germany. Although they don't embrace their history, but they don't try to hide anything, which is respectable to a certain degree.
So I guess I'm going to approach this camp area and just kind of see, like who's guarding it and stuff like that.
There seems to be like an obnoxious amount of people guarding it. Like, way more people are managing these prisoners than are needed. Like, it's 1 to 3 guard the prisoner.
Oh, would you say while we were there we had completed at least a long rest?
Yeah, you just slept through the night.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna change my prepared spells then.
Very useful to change your spells.
No, trust me, I have a plan.
Trust me. Well, I can't prepare new spells. I don't have my spell book.
I went and did my research because I was still unsure if holy magic was directly tied to the weave, but it is because your person giving you your magic is using the weave. So
Yep.
you win this time, but
You don't think
I
I did
think
my
I-
research too?
no, people have been. We've been wrong about things in this campaign, like how being unconscious works, and that's a pretty big one.
Yeah, a little bit. We've lost
So I
characters
just
to that
wanted to-
mistake.
So I wanted to get some clarification. Let's
Can I see? Do I notice any guards that stick out in particular as being maybe like higher ranking or fancier looking or something?
I had one. Where the hell is he? There he is. You see one fellow, like, absolutely massive. I'm talking like over 9 feet tall.
I'm going to walk up to that guy.
Oh.
He's like right in the middle of the camp.
Oh, he's in. Oh,
Yeah.
for a while.
Like,
Paladins.
he's a head honcho type figure.
okay. I'm gonna wave at him from outside of the camp and try to get his attention.
You're trying to wave to someone from a couple 100 feet away.
Can I try to get as close as I can without, like, going in?
Like, right at the border, you're a couple 100 feet away.
Okay.
It's a big camp.
I'm still gonna try.
I hate how they leave the blank spot open on Roll20. So whenever I go to change a spell, it's just I click that by accident.
It happens. It's actually fairly easy to change a spell.
But yeah. Well, I could just add it in from the fucking thing. How could I forget?
Yeah. Only took you
My
a couple
dumb-
dozen sessions to find out it exists
My-
after I told you about it
my-
in session 0.
My dumb fucking noodle brain.
And if I don't get his attention, I'll try to talk to a guard that's closer to me.
Eventually a guard notices you just waving obnoxiously at someone in the middle of this prison camp and approaches you. What business do you have here?
Good day to you too. I was just wondering if I know someone who's been taken into this camp. Is there any way I can know if they're here or if they're taken somewhere else?
Perhaps I could be persuaded for a fee.
I think well, this guy's right to it.
And how much would said fee be?
Depends on what your friend's worth to you.
So I could say they're worth 2 gold and you'd take it?
You probably shouldn't have told me that.
I was just asking. I'm not sure what your terms are. I would offer you 200 gold if you could give me some information.
Sure. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
I love being in that camp of more money than we know what to do with.
I'll write down. I'm assuming I have like parchment and
More than
something
likely.
to write with. I'll just write like descriptions of the party members. I won't give names.
Alright. Take your description and give it a glance over. There are a lot of prisoners here, so this may take some time.
How long were you thinking?
Day, maybe 2.
Okay. Sure. Do you want me to come back here, or would you rather I give you a place to drop this off?
It's up to you, really. Granted, if you just come back here, you'll likely have difficulty finding me.
Okay. Just 1 second. I'm looking at the places in town.
You want to try and meet him in a neutral place, I assume?
Yes. Do you know the shop Fizzer Widgets Wonders?
I know of it. Never had a reason to go in myself.
Well, how about we meet there in a day or 2 days' time, and you can give me the information then.
I think that's agreeable.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Alright, I shall see you then. Now here's the question, are you paying him now or later?
I'll give him half now and half later.
Makes sense. Alright, he'll take his coin and tuck it into his shirt underneath his armor and wander off back into the camp, leaving you to wonder whether or not you just threw away 100 gold.
Ah, it's fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, worst case scenario, I just gave a terrible human or terrible person a lot of money, but
Nah, it's fine.
You work with a terrible person.
that's true. I shouldn't judge.
Yeah, that's true. You work with Paige.
That's different. That's more of a forced union. This is more out of necessity to accomplish a goal. But, that sense of justice in the back of your brain is burning every moment you're talking to this human being.
Yeah. I'd like to also just maybe wander down enough to try and find that sulfur lake.
Wander
Yeah.
way out, following the smell that's wafting of rotten eggs until you eventually come to the edge of a massive, sulfur lake. 200 to 300 feet out, you see an island with a large building constructed on top of it, which appears to be the prison that you were informed of.
Okay. Is there anything along the coastline, like boats or a bridge or something?
There are various, there's a big strung out dock, but all of the boats have been removed from the water. Well,
Okay.
sulfuric water, rather. But, judging by wear and tear on the docks, it appears that the water will eat away at wood.
And probably wreck metal too, right?
Quite likely.
Okay, good to know.
They did it in Avatar, so you never know. But that was normal water, I think. Could be wrong.
Yep, it was volcanic water.
And looking out across the lake, what do I notice about the prison? Like, do I see, like, how many guards are kind of out front and stuff?
There don't appear to be any guards patrolling outside the walls, so you can't see any from where you are.
Okay, they're confident nobody's coming across, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Ah, so they're stupid.
Okay, well, with that information, I'll probably start heading back to let Cassius know what I've done, and yeah.
I assume you're heading back through town before finding the sewer opening, or are you going to try and find a sewer opening here? You risk running into unfamiliar terrain.
Yes, and
Should you go
unfamiliar
down this
things
side?
that might be down there.
But a sewer here might not be the worst contingency plan.
True, we might use it in the future.
Or we could just get some bloody passes.
We keep saying we will, and then we keep
You
forgetting.
just
And
don't.
then we don't. Yeah, we should probably do that.
Yeah.
Once we break out of prison.
Yeah, it's kind of the
Or
top
death.
priority right now.
True.
Sure, I'll check and see if there's a sewer entrance nearby.
Going through some of the back alleys, you managed to find one over in this area.
Good, we got a Shawshank Redemption this bitch.
Okay,
How
I'm
are you
gonna.
going to dig out of a
inside.
prison in the middle of a lake?
My pure man strength.
Without any
That's how-
tools.
Yes.
Bare hands and
Bare
rock.
hands.
He's just gonna keep punching rocks until either they break or his hands do.
Exactly. You get it. You asked, yet you understand the concept fully.
Okay, so we're getting out of prison in like 12 years. Got it.
Ugh. Depends on what the dice say, my friend.
Even the dice cannot grant miracles.
I mean, they quite literally can, though.
Well, when the DC is
that's
higher
the-
than you could possibly roll with a nat 20.
That's just like miracles is just like a thing clerics can roll for at some point. I don't know what level they get it, but they can.
Yeah, with divine intervention.
Yeah.
What's up, God? Can you take me out of jail?
Hey, we're in some deep shit. Fine, just find the Dragon Balls and then teleport us out of prison. Simple.
Oh, divine intervention's at 10th level.
10th level. Got it.
I
We're
think
not
he
quite
only
there
had.
yet.
Yeah. I don't think
We're on
Cassius
the
has
way.
quite that many levels. Yeah. He's got 6 levels in Cleric, so if we manage to go up 4 more levels, that becomes a possibility.
And yeah, you have to roll a crit, right? You have to roll like a 20.
Someone rolls the training compilation with 80s music.
Alright. You have to roll percentile dice, and if you roll a number equal to or lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes. So he'd have to roll a 10 or less on a 1d100. And if they do choose to, the DM chooses the nature of the intervention, the effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate. If your deity intervenes, you can't use this feature again for 7 days. Otherwise, you can use it again after you finish a long rest. At 20th level, your call for intervention succeeds automatically, no roll required.
Yeah. That's...
You're level 20 cleric, you've got God on speed dial.
Literally. Ah, man. Clerics are wild.
Then Cassius succeeds his divine intervention. A note just appears in front of him. Good luck, mate. Not even I can help you.
Unfortunately, since
I mean,
he's
yeah, if you're-
multi-classed, he'll never get that level 20 buff.
Yeah, if you're a level 20 cleric and you need help, I don't know if God can save you. You're like fighting every archdevil at once.
So
Alright.
Mira's gonna take the sewers back.
Alright, back to the sewer map. I gotta set that up.
Woo!
I just love the map so much. I figured why not.
Yeah, love the nice greens and browns.
Mhm.
I bought a
And there's
pack
cool lizard folk
forever
down
ago
there.
and used it once.
Ah. I will say, the dice that Wizards of the Coast likes to give me, especially with their packs like the Essentials kit, blow. They're terrible. Not only do they roll badly, but they're also just really bad looking.
Yeah, all the generic dice are like really shit. They want you to go out and buy your own dice, like a real dice goblin.
Yeah, I've got a ton of ones that I didn't get from them, and they're really nice. And I've got a nice set of like acid dragon metal ones, but boy, they are not cheap.
Yeah, I've got a real nice set of green and black metal necromancy dice, and they were like $30 for a set of 6 dice. Alright, so back in the prison, you now find yourself way over on the far right side.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, this place is big.
It is.
It's a sewer system that spans an entire massive city.
Yeah, that's fair.
On the way, you're going to find multiple lizards, and they are all people that the lizard folk turned into lizards by his magical drinks. Ashes is just on the way.
Yeah, I just get back and there's 2 lizard folk there. One wearing a hood and yeah.
You're just freaking out for like 20 minutes before Cassius comes back from taking a piss.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick a direction and start walking, I guess.
Move your tokens so I can see where you're heading.
That's the prime way to get anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea, so I'd probably go down first and kind of check what's around the bend.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I get places in most games that are open world. I just pick a direction and go. Elden Ring's been a ton of that.
Oh, yeah. Like, I literally defeated the first main story boss, and I have no idea where the fuck to go, even though I have most of the map open. It's like, where do I go to not get murdered immediately?
Well, that's a great question, because I don't know myself. So.
I want to say it's like the bottom right area, but I have no idea. Anyway. Alright, so you make that left-hand turn down and immediately find a blockage on this side of the stream.
How wide is the stream?
About 10 feet.
Okay, I'll jump across.
Yeah, but I think with your strength score, you could just automatically make it. What is your
Okay.
strength score?
High strength gang.
Oh yeah, you can make it across fine. You got 16 feet of lateral jumping.
Sweet.
I remember when we had that like gap in the mansion.
Yeah, the
that
20-foot
no one could get
death pit
across.
that we fell into repeatedly.
And then Spoon just came in and hopped across it. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, you make it to the other side, no problem. Your armor doesn't even weigh you down. You're used to moving in it.
All right.
The area to your southwest appears to be a big pile up of excrement.
I'm turning around immediately and I'm going the other way.
All right.
Because I don't. That's. No.
A respectable decision.
It just seems like the water's not properly flowing, so it's all just getting built up in this little channel.
Because I'm guessing what I remember back where we were, which direction the water was flowing.
Kind of. Yeah, depending on where you were, like when you first entered, it was flooding towards this big central area. So it was flowing left to right in that area.
Okay.
Over where you are, it's currently flowing northwards towards this large chamber here.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep following the flow of water for now. And like
Alright.
head towards the big chamber.
Alright, you make your way that way. With your dark vision, you got no problem finding your way down here. Your standard mice and bugs and little lizards just kind of scurrying around as you make your way down this hall. A unwanted intruder into their home. Nothing really sticking out as being something that shouldn't be here.
Cool. And I'll, just have a quick scan around, and seeing nothing to be worried about, I'll just keep pressing on. Following this trail.
Alright. Continuing to pass through and not really finding anything of note. Although, as you progress further and further away from the large chamber, the awful smell seems to lessen. Either that or you're just getting used to the smell of having excrement around you.
Makes sense, yeah.
But nothing's really impeding your movement at this point.
Okay, perfect. I'll keep moving up along here. Is this area like a pathway?
Yeah, that's a path you
Okay.
can walk on, yeah.
Okay, I'll take this way and keep going up.
You pass through a very narrow strip that shields you on either side, and for a moment you get a reprieve from that awful smell. And stepping out on the other side, you find a bend in the canal, and it's at this point that the water seems to be flowing in two directions. Part of it is flowing to the right, and part of it is flowing to the left, as they seem to be headed towards separate drains.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep going to the left.
It seems to be working so far.
Yep.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
This particular area appears to be in a little bit more of disrepair than the areas you've been through before. It's at this point you'd probably figure with the distance you've gone that you'd be on the far side of the city's walls by now. But
Okay.
again,
And
nothing's coming after you. Still just mice and bugs scurrying about as you move through their home.
no sign of, I don't know, someone making a camp down here or anything.
Not particularly.
Okay, good. That's reassuring. I'll keep pressing forward.
You keep picking the right paths over and over to run out of encounters.
Really?
I have planned encounters down here and tokens all over the place, and you're avoiding every single one of them.
I'm not. Oh.
Love that feeling. No, that means you're doing the right thing.
I guess that's good. I'll keep following this bend. It's a little curvy bit.
Alright. In the distance, from the, from this general vicinity, you hear something strange echoing through the, tunnels. Something that seems to be thrashing around in the water.
Sorry, can you ping that again?
You hear from the far end of the tunnel just echoing throughout something that appears to be thrashing in the water.
Okay.
Well, sounds to be thrashing in the water.
Like a big thrashing or like a mouse thrashing?
With the echo factor of the cave, it'd be hard to determine.
Okay.
Or cave sewer.
I'm going to be a bit more cautious, but still keep moving forward. To at least maybe get a line of sight on whatever is making that noise.
What is the range of your dark vision?
Good question. 60 feet.
Alright, you see a massive reptilian creature just at the edge of your vision down this tunnel over here. If it would ping, that'd be cool.
Like a lizard folk reptilian or different?
Bigger.
Bigger, okay.
Oh no.
Like how big?
Not quite Spoon as a giant ape big, but somewhere in between you and that.
Oh, okay. And it's just splashing around, or does it seem agitated?
The water around it seems to be a darker hue than usual.
Oh. That's odd.
Well, your dark vision's in black and white, so it's the only way I can describe it.
That's, yeah. Makes sense. I'm gonna move up a little bit more, just to the corner here, and try and get a better look.
Give me a nature check.
Okay.
Let's play this one. I hate this fucking chair.
Appears to be a giant crocodile.
Oh,
Crocodiles live in the sewers.
Of course.
someone
they do.
flushed it down their toilet.
Interestingly enough, lizard folk shaman have the ability to just shapeshift into a croc.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
So it. Okay. I wouldn't know that, but yeah.
Yeah, metagame shit.
I would feel terrible if I killed it and it turned out to be our friend.
Your trippy friend.
Yeah.
The ones who language you can't speak.
It gives us weird tea.
Like
he's
pretty-
the town's drug dealer.
Perhaps.
Well, we found a decent plug for Paige when he finally runs out of his stash. Alright, so are you approaching or evading the croc?
Good question. I mean, the way I need to go might be down that way. I don't know.
I'm sure you've got a nice stealth score.
Not with disadvantage.
Not with my armor.
Oh yeah, you've got. I forgot. Yeah. Heavy armor disadvantage. How could I forget?
But I do have animal handling.
Good skill to have.
I'm gonna keep cautiously approaching it, and as I do so, I'm gonna take out a ration of food
Just
and kind of like
handful
hold it
of
out in my hand,
jerky.
just ready to throw it if it looks like it's gonna lunge at me or something.
I forgot to actually reveal the croc.
Oh god.
That looks way worse than I thought.
It is a giant, like... Let me get the description out so I can see how big this fucking thing actually is. Oh, it doesn't actually say its size. Well, it's a huge beast. So, it's pretty fucking big.
Every animal that a druid can wild shape into doesn't describe what you need.
But yeah, it's easily like... We can bring up Google for... How big is a fucking crocodile?
Putting on the list for things to turn spoon to.
A giant croc.
A giant croc.
How dare you? Spoon is not the only person you can, cast polymorph on.
I know,
God
but it's the
damn.
funniest one too.
Okay, so here's reference information. This is a giant crocodile. A regular-ass real-world crocodile, as an adult, could be anywhere between 14 and 17 feet long.
Yeah, they get to be big, and those motherfuckers just casually walk around down here. You'll go down the stream and be like, yep, there's a crocodile.
Yeah, I used to see them all the fucking time down there. They just wander right up to the fucking highways and shit. It's mental.
Yeah, so do turtles, or
Oh yeah. When we were driving in, we hit a fucking box turtle.
oh no,
Oh.
my soul hurts, and I blame you.
But yeah, this thing's probably like 25 to 30 feet long.
Damn.
This It's a big lad. And
Well,
apparently
because
has
it's-
been eating well.
Just because it's big doesn't mean it's mean, right?
Well, there's Spoon. He's big and he's only a dick half the time.
Yeah.
Ah.
Maybe this crocodile's nice.
Also,
My feelings. I'm right here.
you forgot who our DM is. Nothing is friendly, not even the wolves.
That's true.
Alright, so you start trying to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, gingerly approach this giant crocodile with just a handful of jerky.
I, as a ginger, take offense to that.
Wrong definition of gingerly, but okay.
That was the joke. That was the intended piece of humor.
Yes, I got the idea.
Right, but explaining a joke makes it twice as funny, doesn't it?
Depends on the joke.
Fair enough.
But yeah, eventually the croc smells your pocket jerky and turns around and begins to snake its way down the alley towards you.
Oh no.
Oh, it's
I-
coming to me. Oh no.
I tried this once on an owl bear. It did not go particularly well.
Well, we murdered the owl bear in like one round of combat, so...
Yeah, that's true. But this is a giant crocodile, not an owl bear. And we were like 3rd level when that happened. 4th level.
Something like that, and she is very much alone.
Yeah. So, avoiding combat would be the best thing you can do.
Yeah. I'm
Brennan,
going to.
She'd
We'll see.
probably stand a good chance against this in combat, but
Really?
I mean, you can make 4 attacks in 1 round, so.
True. I do have that going for me. But as it's approaching, I'm going to toss my handful of jerky kind of like in the middle of that chamber and try to slide my way past it.
alright.
Oh, while saying like, good croc, try and like talking calmly to it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Is that good for me or is that bad?
That is very good.
That's very good.
Oh, phew.
It has a -4 to intelligence, by the way. I rolled a 2.
You got a -2. Oh, that's incredible.
But
That's
yeah,
my
it
favorite.
follows the scent of the food before it hits the water. It just kind of like dives underneath this slightly deeper channel. And just like thrashing wildly, trying to get at all the food. And I just twisted my neck weird, and now it hurts.
Oh, no.
Next
you were
step, we're
like
good.
you were a couple steps off from unlocking 3rd-person view, bro.
But yeah, you've
So
got
we're
at
just
least a
gonna-
few moments while it's ravaging jerky to make your escape.
Keep going.
Slip by.
As I can.
Alright. God damn.
If the croc had rolled a nat 20, would he like stand up on 2 legs, put a napkin around his neck, knife and fork, and look at Mira?
Oh, God.
This isn't some Peter Pan shit. But
that is what happened. I've never seen that movie, but I have seen that scene. Weirdly enough.
peering around the next corner, you see a couple lizard folk up on a raised platform.
Okay,
Neither
are
of
they-
them appears to be the shaman from before.
Ah, you're lost.
We have to do some mimicry.
All right. Well, are they doing anything up there?
The backmost one appears to be sitting on some kind of makeshift chair, while the other one is kind of standing at his left side, like kind of like an advisor to a king would.
Okay. Well, this doesn't look familiar to me at all.
He's trying to find in-character reasons to not just look at the map.
Yeah. But I want to make sure this corridor isn't it. Because I don't want to risk, not having to go back past the crocodile, so I'm gonna keep moving forward. Maybe I'll try to cross across to not go directly by them, because I don't want to startle them and cause some scene.
Our natural instinct to something new and strange is either to kill it or to run away from it. So
Yeah, and I'll just keep following this wall.
Yeah, the
For as long as I
crocodile
can.
still appears to be preoccupied with its simple meal as you make your way across. You've still got a good couple of actions before it returns to what it was doing before you fed it.
But yeah, do I see anything in the water where it was before?
The water is moving, so
Okay, but there's
Yeah.
no trace.
most of the liquid has gone by, but you do see a chunk of a torso with an arm sticking out of the water.
Oh god. Does it look like an elf?
It does not.
Okay, phew.
The fingers are a little meatier with claws at the tip.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep moving along, keeping an eye on the lizard folk, just to see, like, if they notice me or when they notice me so I can react.
Around the corner, you now spot a couple more lizard folk, just kind of chilling on the bank over here, chatting amongst themselves in their language.
Okay, I'm going to keep walking, and if they do look at me, I'll wave and smile and try to look as non-threatening as possible.
9-9, emergency!
just wave and smile.
Yeah.
I mean, what other strategy is there, honestly?
They don't seem to notice you, but you realize that there's a small lantern sitting between them. It appears these creatures don't have night vision like you do.
Oh.
Oh, well, there you go. Just slip
Good
away
to know.
into some dark and you're good.
Yeah, I'll just...
You just sprint away in plate mail and hope no one notices.
yeah.
Yeah,
It sounds like pots and pans banging together.
I mean, yeah. That's a respectable strategy.
So I think I'd notice that this comes to an end here
Yeah.
before I reach
That's
it.
well within your vision.
Okay. Oh boy.
If there's anywhere to be lost, it's the sewers.
I have to jump across. I mean, I'll maybe pick a point here,
Alright.
and yeah, as soon as I land, because I'm assuming I'm making a lot of noise, I'll just start rambling and saying like, "Hey, it's okay. Not here to hurt you. I just hope they kind of understand.
So you jump over the water, making one hell of a ruckus as you land. They both immediately turn in your direction. Drakana Krisharata!
It's cool. We're cool. And I'll hold my hands out.
Yeah, you aren't
No
currently armed, so...
They are?
You aren't. You left your sword behind, remember?
Yeah, so I'm showing I'm unarmed.
This sheath where my sword would normally go is perfectly empty.
I don't have any magic at all.
I promise.
Yeah.
I'm debating between two different charisma checks for this. Actually, I'll give you a decision. Performance or persuasion?
I mean, I have a 0 in charisma, so it doesn't matter.
Who knows? You might have had proficiency in one of the two. So.
Yeah, true.
You got it. It'll
Go
be
for
fine.
performance. Oof.
Ooh.
Oh well, that's not good. Oh yeah, who got the inspiration at the beginning?
Good question. I think you already have your inspiration, don't you?
Yeah, that was the point. The reason I asked is I was wondering if Myra has one or not.
I do not on my sheet.
Then we'll give it to Myra.
Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Here we go.
It's gonna be great. I can feel it. Fuck.
And inspiration continues its only being useful once.
Yep.
I tried.
Give it time. It'll be more useful.
One of these days, something will happen.
Remember the homebrew thing I was mentioning earlier?
Oh yeah, you got a homebrew for inspiration.
Yep, that's what I was working on.
I use Jacob Budd's Cardic inspiration.
I've heard it, but I don't recall it off the top of my head at the moment.
It's basically just you draw a card from a deck and you add what the number is.
Oh yeah,
to
you did tell me about that before.
Aces, crits, and face cards are 10.
Alright, so they don't exactly buy your pantomiming of trying to be less threatening. You are actually bigger in size than these two.
Oh, that's true.
So, basically what's going through their mind is you're doing the act big to scare off predator kind of movements.
Okay.
So,
the question is, does it work?
They're kind of looking you over very questioningly. Maybe one of them puts his hand on a club on his hip. Nata'ok Ramata. There's kind of an upward question-like reflection on that.
I'm gonna point past them in the direction of, like, this direction. And kind of, like, make a movement, like, walking. Like, I want to walk that way.
Playing charades with lizard folk who don't speak common. Give me performance on that one.
Oh shit, I didn't need to mark anything.
Oh no.
No, it'll be good this time. It'll be good. You're gonna roll a 19.
Hey!
Yeah. That's better. That's much better.
They actually understand your pantomiming, finally. And, he gestures like, go ahead.
Okay, I'm
But they
not
are
gonna hesitate and just keep.
They are gonna follow you for at least a little while.
Oh, this is gonna be really awkward if this isn't the way and I have to turn around.
Oh, that would be so unfortunate.
Yeah, that would really be bad luck. Okay.
Yes, they are making their way behind you, being wary of your actions.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep moving. And I'll cross over.
At this point, they'll stop following you.
Okay. And I'll just
Oh,
keep on following the wall.
Eventually, you see another ladder up to the surface.
Damn it.
But you are likely in the city now, so at least you could traverse back to the original ladder and know your way, should you go back topside.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't want to.
Fuck
I've
around in
already-
the
Roam
sewers
around,
and scare the
roam around
lizard.
the fucking sewers.
Yeah. You know, I've tested my luck, and I'm not gonna push it.
That's the rational.
So yeah,
rational
having
response.
departed the labor district, you've made your way all the way over to this back alley of the trade district.
Cool. Not really the direction I was hoping, but I'm.
You're in
Just happy.
town and
Yeah.
not in a lizard's belly.
Yes.
You're not being eaten by lizard folk or a giant crocodile.
Yeah, I'm not being death rolled
that-
by a crocodile, so that's.
You'd never want to get that. You never want that.
No. Alright, from here, I'm guessing I would roughly know my way kind of back.
Yeah, you've been walking around the city plenty now. You know your way from the trade district back to our home,
Okay.
and the sewer entrance you used before being not too far away from our home.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go find the sewer entrance there and try to meet back up with Cassius.
Alright, you head back across the city. Takes about 20 minutes. I just threw my die. Sounds like my niece isn't listening to my mom.
Oh, good.
Oh, I see why. It's cleanup time. Alright, you make your way back to the familiar entrance, and now you know your way back to Cassius and the shaman.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna boop the lizard and go back to Cassius.
You're just making quite the rapport with this tiny reptile.
I'd like to think he'd look out for us, maybe.
You're more right than you think.
Really?
If only we could understand what he was saying.
Alright, so you make your way back to Cassius and relay the information to him of your great adventure this day that takes up quite a portion of the day, several hours.
Yeah.
But you've made it back, you've avoided getting into battle with reptilians, and you are once again safe for the time being as we move back to prison. Alright, work time has started over in the prison.
What kind of work are we in for?
Paige has been tasked with the horrifying task of doing laundry.
No!
Just
How
spit.
dare you?
So you're brought over here to the laundry room where there are a good half dozen buckets and several bags full of prisoners' fatigues and a big keg full of water to wash them out all by hand. There is no machinery with which to clean these clothes.
Your cruelty is bigger. It's bigger than anyone. That was despicable. I did not
long?
know we had a devil on our party.
No laundry.
And Spoon is tasked with forging
Hard
nails
labor.
to make repairs.
Removing nails?
Forging nails.
Forging nails. Interesting.
You are given bits of ore and a general explanation of how to do it, and the tools are made available to you.
Okay. Am I being watched?
There are no guards in the room with you. But, can't believe I'm saying this. Give me a, straight intelligence check.
Ooh. I've got exactly plus nothing to that. Plus
Join the party.
Zilch. What do we got? 12?
From what you know of prisons, it's likely they keep an inventory of tools and general equipment.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not worried about that part. What have I been given to work with?
Set of tools like hammers, tongs, and such, the standard tools you find in a forge,
Okay.
along with ore and just bits of raw iron.
Firstly, I guess I'll start working for now, but I want to at some point take like a. How do I word this? I need to word this in a way that won't fuck me over. I need to I want to hit the collar with the hammer, but without not on where my windpipe would be, but more on the sides, like we did with Paige. When I hit him.
You're trying to get a glancing blow to see if you can even dent the thing.
Yes. Just make it look. I'm gonna try and make it look like an accident.
Yeah, you're just getting a good swing in, and you just happen to nick it.
Yeah. See if it has any general effect.
Give me athletics.
Oh, goody. That one I'm pretty good at. How about a 20?
Yeah, you give it a good glancing hit and manage to make a pretty significant scratch. Just enough to get your fingernail into.
What did it sound like? Is it enough? Is it different enough from me making the nails to be concerning?
It still makes a loud striking sound because this is a composite material that's made of metal and a particular kind of mineral. So it still sounds almost like metal, but not quite. Unless you were right on top of it, you'd probably never know the difference. And it's literally right next to your ear.
Good.
So you've learned the metal tools can damage it, just not very well.
Yeah, that is okay. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, but I also have a question. Last session, I put water on the collar. Did that part change anything?
It is still damp. Several hours later, we're talking 13 hours later, the collar is still damp.
Oh, okay, that's useful.
So yeah, in that case, while I'm working, I will still be, I'll just actively be hitting the fucking thing.
Alright. Just every 10 or so strokes against the
I
anvil,
just want to,
you
I gotta make sure
catch the collar.
I just gotta make sure they, yeah,
Just enough to make sure it's not oh, he's doing this on purpose. It's happening due to inexperience.
It's happening because he's a giant fucking oaf.
Yeah, you managed to make a series of scratches in it. Kind of in like a cross-meshing pattern. But it's not enough to notice unless you look directly at it, but you are weakening that particular area of the collar a bit.
Soon enough. And I don't know why, but I'll make a couple of nails to keep for myself. I don't know where I'll hide them, but I'll hide them somewhere.
We should
Like,
probably
hide-
figure out where you're going to hide them, because that is important.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Where would I hide them? Because if they do like a full body search, there's not much I can do. Have they done full body searches on us before, while we were conscious?
Not while you're conscious, but clearly they did while you were unconscious.
Yeah, well, okay. I was seeing if they had done it while we were
You've literally
conscious.
been here for less than a full day.
Yeah. Maybe not this time, but if I'm ever working here again, I will take some nails for myself. For now, I'll just do my work, strike my collar, and prepare to do some more investigating.
Alright. And over to Paige, who's being forced to work.
You demon. Age is doing his work like walking itself is like walking through a desert. The smallest piece of cloth is like a heavy load. Just,
Does Paige even know how to do laundry?
probably
He's just been
no.
cleaning all his clothes with prestidigitation for years.
That is true. And he's complaining every single second, like I have to do this. I should resist it. Fucking prison.
Don't they know who I am?
Don't I know who I am? I'm going to fucking burn this place to the ground. Every single one of you is on my list.
Give me performance at disadvantage.
Oh god. What a performance.
Is Paige's good? Oh wow.
Right.
You just like actively don't know how to do your own laundry anymore. So you're just like throwing clothes into the bucket and just like wringing it out and putting it back in. You just keep doing that process over and over again. Then you fold up the still soaking wet shirt without drying it all and throw it on the rack of clean clothes.
Oh god. Oh, I envy the person who has to wear those clothes.
There's other prisoners also assigned to this job detail that are just looking at you like, what the fuck, dude? You're making us
We're
look
all
bad.
gonna get in trouble now.
Of course, Paige being Paige doesn't care about anyone but himself.
That's Paige.
That is Paige.
Are you getting up to any mischief during your job detail?
I want to wet the rest of the collar.
Alright, so you splash some water on the collar and it retains its dampness throughout.
Also, the part that's damp, is it softer or harder?
What are you attempting to gauge that with?
I don't know, just by, pressing it against my...
Because there's an
Just put-
actual test for that.
Oh. I don't know the test.
I'm Googling.
Imagine the poor prisoner.
Ah, yes, the Mohs scale that I
Oh,
learned
the Mohs.
forever ago in Earth Science that I was forced to take twice. Alright, so what kind
This-
of object are you attempting to scratch the collar with to test its hardness?
Is there anything metal around here, like a button on the clothes or anything?
Um, well, there's definitely metal on the keg of water and the bindings of the buckets.
Can I try to do the bindings of the buckets?
It'll look awkward as hell, but yes.
Yep, I don't care.
I have a straw. He has a scratch.
That he has to scratch with a bucket.
Yeah. You never seen that before.
Alright, you pick it up and kind of tilt it so one of the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a particular fitting, but it's not a nail. A rivet. You get one of the rivets on the bucket and just kind of scratch it along the collar. And you reach up and feel against it, and it doesn't appear to be scratching it.
Ah, that's
So,
great.
Here's another thing that Paige hates, knowledge history.
Okay.
Oh, but that's probably a skill he's good at, though.
Yep, I am very
It's an
good at
int skill,
history.
he just hates using his brain. So you know on the Mohs scale that since it's not scratched by sharp metals such as a knife or a piece of glass, that is at least a 5.5 on the Mohs scale.
Oh, that's great.
So it's like at least right in the middle of hardness or higher. Whereas a diamond is a perfect 10 on the scale.
Fuck. And just imagine the prisoners looking at Paige doing his thing.
Just give it. They're already not happy with you for just throwing all the wet clothes on the vial. Now they're just giving you like death glares. You might have just talked yourself into a good shanking in the shower later.
Bold of you to assume Spoon would let his buddy get shanked.
And that is true.
Spoon
That you
has
guys
no
could
idea
use a
any
shower.
of this is happening.
I don't think Paige knows how to use a shower.
But
So that's
Spoon does. I lived in a house, a nice house.
Oh yeah.
and still
Paige probably
bathed in a
woke-
river.
That's true. Well, I mean, what other choice did he have?
But a couple hours pass and you are released from your work details. Paige is let go without any altercations for the moment.
For the
Whereas
moment.
I need to know where Spoon's hiding those nails now.
No, I decided not to take any with me.
All right.
I said
So,
I
yeah.
said it would probably once I have a spot. I need to figure out how they do their searches, and then I'll start taking stuff.
Good plan. Because as you step out the door, you are thoroughly patted down by a guard. But how's the word I'm looking for? Rather modestly avoids I'm trying to word this in a way that isn't awkward as hell. He avoids your genitalia. Let's go with that.
Gotcha. Sure. Sure. Good to know.
So yeah, you're not getting a good old-fashioned prostate exam out of this guard. But Who knows? It may be a different guard the next time you're patted down that has looser morals.
Maybe.
But
I guess after that, I'll go try and meet up with Paige.
yeah, following your work detail, you're free to go to the mess hall for food, go to shower off, or just kind of do whatever the fuck you want.
Food.
But
Hey, yeah.
that is where we will
track
pick
down
up next time.
Ah.
And